Welcome to a brand new episode of Narayan's BGG podcast.
Welcome. This is season 2 of Narayan's BGG. This is Advocate VIVEK Narayan Sharma with my son.
ADVAYA Narayan Sharma.
So, we are going to talk today about the voice of awareness. Advaya, are you ready to talk about voice of awareness?
Sure, yeah.
The power of awareness. So, there are various kinds of awarenesses. One is social, political, personal, health and wellness. Then constitutional, spiritual, educational. So, there are a host of awarenesses. When we are walking on the road, we need to be aware about the surrounding traffic, surrounding people. If there is an element who may disturb, who may come and snatch our phone, who may come and do some thief act or something. So the awareness, when we are ready, we are sharp in our awareness. Then in that case, we can mitigate certain wrongs which may occur with us. We can avoid them. We can avoid road accidents. We can avoid various calamities as well, infirmities in a basic day-to-day life. So awareness has a very, very important role, and I being whatever I have achieved, education is one very important factor. But apart from that, awareness plays the most important factor in developing you as a person, as you are, maybe strong, maybe weak. So if you are not very well aware about things, aware about your surroundings, you have no grasp of them, then you are bound to be weak. But if you are aware, you have a strong observation about your surroundings and about people, in that case, you are bound to be successful. So there are various connotations to it, except that there are always certain exceptions in all spheres of life. So there would be certain exceptions to all the strong and weakness that I am mentioning here as well. So you tell me, let's talk about awareness. This is my perspective, which I have given to you. Now you tell me your own perspective.
So when we consume various kinds of information, so there are various kinds of reactions that we make and all the emotions we show. So whether it's based on rumor information about Skynet robots taking over, we develop in panic and fear, and whether it's of something like an opportunity to get a brand new job, then you get super excited for it and you may be hyped for it, or basically on the brand new iPhone 15, or otherwise you get pretty much disillusioned with it. But there is one kind of information where you need to be cautious about, and that's about the awareness, So awareness is like when you perceive the information and then you follow the instructions properly. So it's basically based on various kinds of situations, like whether it's based on various regional disputes or how to act safely during the time of very high pollution, or whether it's of virus outbreak. That's what awareness is all about.
So recently you undertook a project in your own school with regard to social awareness. Tell me about that project. Tell the audience about that project.
So the social awareness that I was taking a project on is about the bacterial infection tuberculosis.
Okay.
And there are lots of things that I've learned about TB. Most specifically, that it's way old. It has a older history. It dates back. It predates, in fact, the entirety of the viruses that we have got in our country so far.
Okay. So how did you enjoy? Did you really enjoy doing what all the activities did you carry out?
Yes. So I have conducted a workshop in one of the classes in my school, and I have gained a very good experience of spreading awareness. And also we had developed the basic understanding of TB. There are two kinds of TBs,
Okay.
So first of all, there is this TB which just lies in the body and doesn't pretty much.
You're talking about the latent TB.
Yeah, latent TB.
So the latent TB, okay.
And
the active one.
Yeah. In fact, it's so abundant that quarter of the general population has it.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's okay because there's no symptoms.
Okay.
And the TB is usually at times inactive and it basically gets dissipated because of the immune system. But there is the serious part where as TB starts developing and starts becoming active and it attacks the body, then this is where we get infected and our bodies get injured
Oh.
internally.
So I means with the kind of information that you have just shared with me, and
Yeah.
of course you must have shared this with your peers, with your
Yeah.
classmates and teachers as well. And you were telling me that you had also organized a campaign in the school. What did you do with regard to TB campaign?
Like TB campaign that I asked and we asked ourselves that I asked students to make powerful slogans to fight
Okay.
TB
Okay.
against TB. The posters were being made. They were
Oh.
beautifully handcrafted.
Oh, very well done. Well done. I'm so proud of you. So I hope you enjoyed this
Yes.
social initiative, the social awareness program that you led from the front. And I hope the school also acknowledges what you did.
Yeah.
And let's keep on doing some good work for the
Yes.
society. So this is one idea that you have evolved. There is another idea that you were working on. I think drug abuse. You said that
Yeah.
you would be working on the drug abuse and.
Yeah.
So
That's another project.
you are
that
planning on that.
Yeah, I may do it or not, but this is definitely a very handful activity that we have to do.
So good. You now tell me means when you had not done this project and when you have done this project means when you were not. I means I will put my question in a slight different manner.
Yeah.
When you were not aware about the TB and now that when you are aware about the TB, do you feel any difference in yourself?
There's a quite significant difference. Like first of all, I'm open to not just the type of the virus that TB is, but also its various kinds of effects and how does it spread so easily. Like for example, in our country, India, TB is way more prevalent. It called even Dr. WHO, the World Health Organization, calls it India's silent epidemic.
Correct.
Yeah, there is millions of lives that are affected because of this bacterial infection.
So we can always think that wherever we get the opportunity, and sometimes you have to create the opportunity to
Yes.
help others. So there are people downtrodden, people from the lower economical weak background who would need support from the people who are doing well in their life. So you can evolve an idea in your mind that yes, I would help whenever I can and wherever I can. So that's a good start of your school, and then there are other awareness ideas like political awareness. So, are you inclined to have some political awareness? Are you doing something to know what is the word around you, what is happening in the local politics, maybe in Delhi, in various states in the center, who is the Prime Minister, who is the President of India, who is the Law Minister, blah, blah, blah. So are you keep yourself aware about those factors?
Not that much.
Not interested
not
as
that
yet
much.
now. You're not reading newspaper now.
Yeah, I read a little often, but I only read about science and technology.
Okay. It's good to have a passion for certain subjects, but of course, there should be some social awareness that I would like you to evolve. Now that you are in class 11, so it is very, very important for a student of class 11, 12th, and then in graduation that they are aware about socially what is happening, politically what is happening, so that they could form. Means unless you are aware, you cannot form an opinion. So awareness is the first step towards forming an opinion. So unless you have formed an opinion, you cannot take an action. So opinion is again a pre-stage to the action. So society needs participation of the youth. India has more than 20% global youth. India has, in the total population, India has around 65% who are below 35 years of age. So therefore, it is going to be a big population that has needed to be guided, that has needed to be oriented in the right direction so that they could make India the world power. And world power, how do you become world power? When you help others. So India will have to evolve first self-sustainability, means you are self-driven, You are doing, all the youth are doing very well in terms of politics, in terms of whatever profession they have
whether it's
undertaken,
education.
in terms of whatever work they have undertaken. So when you show your prowess, you show your strengths, you show your character, then you are going to, you definitely become the, you are going to, all of you going to make India number one. So this is what you are going to. But if you are not aware per se about your means, how do you do it? First, you get yourself aware. Second, you form opinion. Third, you take action. So if awareness is missing, the opinion would be short of the good opinion, and the action would be deficient. So therefore, it's of course all around.
Yeah.
A person like you should develop opinions, and before doing that, you have to follow these steps. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, this one is where I have to agree in, because in today's world it's kind of a joke that you would just mindlessly do something, like even without even being aware about it, like
Yeah.
like you just directly attacked a robot which is just doing its work, like sweeping the floor, just because you thought that AI is
Yeah.
dangerous.
It is a very old adage that one should know its enemy, whatever the enemy is. Similarly, one should know what one is doing.
Yeah.
So internalization, doing some sort of meditation, and then being aware about your surroundings, being aware of what you want to do,
Yeah.
what you want to achieve. All these are, nexus, having the nexus of the best of the action that you can produce.
Yeah.
So if you are confused in any of them, then your actions would be deficient, and your actions will not give the pure good, the pure of the highest of achievement that you want to have for you. So for that, of course, you will have to be aware. Awareness is the first step.
And yeah, it relieves us and alleviates from any kinds of stigma or anything we can discuss.
So before we finish, I would want you to talk to the audience and tell them what would you want them to do. You communicate with the youth, and then tell them that what you are going to do and what they should do.
Yeah. So, audiences, ladies and gentlemen, so in this very fast paced world where driven by technology and various kinds of media, you have to give your best chance on at least spreading various kinds of awarenesses. Whether it's on a community or whether it's your neighborhood, do spread your awareness here, because it's very important and it's very integral, because this is how we are resilient.
Yes.
If we do not spread awarenesses and we just stay under the rock for very long time, then we could just wither away alone instead of just staying together and strong. So that's why the awareness has to be there. Do not be restricted to these kinds of other kinds of information. Other kinds of information can be handy at some cost, some points.
So being aware will help you to channelize your information,
Yeah.
and also utilize it in the proper manner.
Yeah.
And you would also know that what information may be false, what information may be true.
Yeah.
So you may can have an estimation,
Yeah.
because you are aware. If you're not aware, then anything that is coming to you, you are consuming it and feeling it is true.
Yeah. Yeah, and also side note, actually you have to also be aware about the kind of information that you're getting, because some information could be wrong. Like as I mentioned in one of the previous episodes.
Let me tell you, most of the information which is spread around
could be lies. Or biggest whoppers.
On the social media, on various platforms, it is the lies which are propagated, which are sent to people.
I've seen lots of whoppers in when it comes to the topic of climate change.
Yes.
Like there are so many kinds of lies and so many, but they get millions of views. They
go to find facts. The idea is go to find facts. Sometimes you are not able to find the facts. You do not rely on the information. That's the best way. So we conclude with today's discussion with ADVAYA, and ADVAYA, one final note from you, and then we close it.
So this is a very good opportunity, and I'm very much looking forward in spreading more kinds of awarenesses.
I am so happy and proud, being a proud father. I bless ADVAYA and all the youth of the nation to do something good, to be useful for yourself first, and to the nation as a whole. And the nation contains the entire society, your neighborhood. Be yourself, be very clean, hygienic, be aware about your surroundings, be aware about your
And
political
not be
power.
and not be
But-
consumed.
And not only, yes, do not be totally
Don't
consumer.
always
Consume.
Yeah. Don't
Consume a
always
little.
don't always keep an eye always on Chat GPT. Chat GPT is not going to take you
Not only
anywhere.
Chat GPT, YouTube, blah blah blah. There are so many things. Means I would not spend my time on those things. But yeah, today's youth is
Yeah.
doing it. But I would desist. I would rather suggest that read the books.
Yeah.
It is something
Do
which will
some
give
action, yeah.
a very good friction to your brain.
Yeah.
You would be into the situation. You would be able to understand what the protagonist in a book is feeling. You would be feeling that directly. And different books, you would know different demographies. You would know different kinds of people, different situations. So there are a host of things. By reading the book, we have the real application of mind, which channelizes our brain towards method,
Yeah.
towards more awareness. So with that, we close today's discussion.
Yes.
Welcome and see you
Yes.
soon on the Narayan's BGG in the next episode of season 2. See you and bye bye.
This is ADVAYA Narayan Sharma, your host,
This is Vivek Narayan Sharma, co host with us.
signing
Off.